All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and our home team. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down here as the penalty flags come in right away, and we may have a face mask here right at the start. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Check, check. Lucky. Watch the safety creep. Let's go.
McCaffrey. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
2nd and 4. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Taking it about the 16. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First carry for Nick Chubb. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the 36-yard. Regular. Mike 4-2.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A gain there of 30 big ones.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On third down, Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Run coverage excellent there from the defensive end position.
How many times do we sit with coaches and they talk about a base defensive end, a guy who can anchor and play with leverage? We just saw a great example of it. And how about the bonus? Tackling the runner for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
That'll be taken in the end zone. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Out. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Good. 180. King. Watch the screen. Alert. No. Hey, Alpha.
From the 45 on second down, Mayfield. He'll rifle this one deep right. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. On second down, McCaffrey. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming.
It's now 3rd and less than a yard. Hey, Delta. Mine's 56. Mine's 56. Coming. 5.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get... that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Browns drive about to get started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They go play action. Mayfield. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice, able to get a hand in and tip it away.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That's good for 28 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Mayfield now from the 50. Wide open receiver, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now a man open down the middle of the field and inside the 20 before he's brought down. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Mayfield now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. A strong running. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's brought down. Over 70 yards receiving now for him in this first half alone, as he's got a first down on that last catch. They come out here in the eye. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the time. Out here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Mike 180. Check. Mike 42. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
They'll run with Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point attempt here still to come. And it is now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. He's picked off near his own 48. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 26-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
They still playing soft. Y'all playing the wrong football.
They're going to run the jet sweep on 3rd down. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but hold on, we finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating to use a boxing in that.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And he's in. into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns.
They'll
TD. A try here for the extra point. And the lead will grow by one more.
Makes the score Browns 31. Aftershocks nothing.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it. We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Lock, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. He's going to air one out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Alert, alert. Alert, alert.
Hey, check back 21.
Here's Mayfield. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we drop. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
To throw it is Locke. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here we go. 70, Indy.
Here we go. Hatchet. Check it back.
Hard. Check 50, check 50.
Check. Crunch.
Right up.
On second down now, it's Freeman. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Matchbox lights. Heavy on the edges. Shoot.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. This is the tight end Fant. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Mike, 53.
55.
To throw again on second down. Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And touchdown! Noah Fant as the first half is winding down. As they are now on the board here in the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here,
here's a 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. A final shot before half for Locke. Airing it out for Hamilton. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own
The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Mayfield down. Throwing left side, it's complete. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Mayfield to throw it. That's taken in by Callaway. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 47-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They give the Chubb out of the gun. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
And again, it's Chubb. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
Let's go, let's do it.
First down and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know what?
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down in the hands of the wrong team.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Chubb. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. That's out to Chubb, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz.
And his first carry, he loses the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
Point it right. Check back 21.
Now Mayfield. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Mayfield now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Play fake. Mayfield looking for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
It's so tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
It's going to be a long day. Check three. Whip. Watch the whip.
Get it.
Throwing his lock on third down. And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A big third down pickup of 20 yards.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Play action. Now it's Locke. He's got this complete to Hamilton. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On the ground, McCaffrey able to push his way through and shedding his way forward. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. That'll be a pickup of 29 yards there. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Orbit.
55 Mike.
Clock now on first down. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for two.
6-6. Pull it high. Fire.
Now lock again. This is caught. And he'll find his way in for two. And we're back to a two-score game. The lead's cut to 16. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
Let's go!
At their own 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. 3rd and long for Mayfield. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today. But on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And it's fielded at the 34. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 47-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
It's just me and you. Let's go.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. It fights him off. Leaping, and he makes the grab. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Hey, team 6, get it.
On 2nd and goal, Locke. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
53 is the mic.
Smooth.
Let's go.
And down.
Shotgun snap to Locke. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
The Browns drive about to get started. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Mayfield. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, and it's 3rd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Looking for Murphy, and he finds him complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Chubb. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Hurry!
They go with Chubb on second down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Third down.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Hey, check Mike 21, check Mike 21. All right, here we go. Let's go.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
Check.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
To try again after the sack, Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
So offensively on this drive, 2 of 2 on third downs, and now they face a 3rd and inches. Here's Mayfield. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Exit. Hey, exit. Mark 55. We ain't giving up nothing today. Check. 80 weapon. Ready.
Block now on 1st down. It's complete to Hopkins. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A gain of 6 there on first.
At the 31-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Cooper was the target there. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They run. Chubb. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.